Never mind. Sorry, I'm looking at my own overlay there for a second there. But I'm in game. How about yourself? Sweet. All right, so we've got c3mbrich in the blue. It was Hidden Civ choice. He went with the Incas. Like Fredzio went with the Magyars. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce c3mbrich. So go take a peek at Fredzio and see what we have to say there. So c3mbrich's map looking pretty wallable. He's got probably about 3 different areas where he would need the wall, but then he'd be pretty closed off. That's nice to see a wall like that. His main gold's a little forward, so that could be a problem, as well as he's secondary gold to the right. But he does have another secondary gold behind him, so that's good. Good to see. Both stones are in the back on top of the hill. So I'd say pretty okay looking map for c3mbrich. I think he can work with this. How about Fredzio? Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for analyzing the map for us there. Taking a look at their scouting so far. c3mbrich doing pretty well. I believe he's found all his starting resources. Take a peek here. I believe so. As Incas, he started with that extra llama, so that's always a good start. But looks like he hasn't even needed to use it yet. So he's doing very well with his scouting here, finding the resources, bringing them in. He's on his first spore. And it seems to be going pretty well. I believe the 4 villages on wood. I believe he might be going towards a scout build at the moment. He's working on walling up that front gold, or walling, I guess so, away from it. Gotta keep that safe. That seems the first order of business up. As far as scouting, he hasn't found Fredzio yet, and it looks like he's made the decision. Gonna run into him anytime. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I just pointed out a possible scouts with Incas. Yeah, that's not happening. Okay. You mind just keep taking it over for a minute here? I'm asked to work on my voice a little. Actually, never mind. I'm just gonna do it right from here. That should fix it for now. No sound. No sound at all. Ooh, let me check that out. Sorry, stream. That shouldn't be going on. Okay, I can bring it in. I can bring it in rather easily. Just a moment.
All good. Do you think they can hear me at least, or is it just
No, I don't
audio?
think they can.
Okay.
But it's as easy as that. All right, go ahead and give that a test, Demise.
All right. So what's up, everyone? Can you hear me? This is
Yeah.
Demise Red. I'm here with Willis.
Yep, it looks good. Wait, maybe it was them. Maybe they were just messing with their own sound. But it looked like I did have something to fix, so I'm glad they pointed it out.
All good. All good. Since it's working, I'm just looking at what's happening here. Most importantly, Cambridge just lost his scout there to the TC of Frezio. At the same time, we can see that Cambridge actually attempted to go for man-at-arms. He has 2 villagers on gold. Now he has 3 villagers on gold, though. Interesting build there for sure. He is producing man-at-arms, I mean militia at the moment. And if he does well, he will be able to switch into man-at-arms pretty soon. That is that. At the same time, Fredzy also on his way to the next age. And there's no gold being gathered. So this is going to be most likely be Scout Rush indeed.
And there we go. He sees it go straight to the two villagers right onto the stable to power it down. Even not finishing the house, just to save that second or two. Just to bring it in. So we'll see that go up. We'll see him go right in the scouts. We saw a little bit of micro there. He took his villager, just quick tap the house and quick tap right back on the stable. That was interesting to see. Just to make sure he wouldn't get housed. But that was interesting. And yes, the Frezio was hanging his scout out right near that barracks, so he would see Cambridge when the men-at-arms came out. Men-at-arms versus scouts, though, I think. Is it an even match in this case with Magyars? I think will they go pound? I can't remember the attack rate specifically, so I'm not sure who's going to come out on top there.
Yeah, that's a good question indeed, but at the moment I feel that Frezio will be using his scouts for defensive reasons in the first place, as Cambridge is attempting to enter Frezio's base there with his men-at-arms and also 3 forward villagers that are attempting to build a tower very soon there, as Cambridge in his own base is going for stone at the same time, just 2 villagers in stone. I would have added a 3rd one there for sure, but at the same time this is how it is at the moment, and Frezio is actually anticipating really well, balling that left hand side of his map really well there, efficiently indeed, and also placing a watchtower in order to counter that incoming trush by Cambridge.
He will get his tower up. We'll take out. Oh wow, I'm surprised. I'm surprised Cambridge quit on the tower. I thought he would have tried to power it down there, but okay. I'm getting asked what elo these players are. If we convert it to HD, but Vooply ranking, it's 1900 and 1800. So it's going to be a pretty close matchup. I think they're going to be able to put some good damage on each other. So Cambridge already ready to drop a second tower, and that's not good to see for Frezio there that he's not prepared with the stone just yet to defend that. That tower's going to go up.
Yes, the tower is going up for sure. At the same time, Frezio attempting to enter Cambridge base there with 5 scouts in total, which is enough to take on that 1 spearman that has been produced by Cambridge. If he does well, but he loses 1 scout there.
Yeah, the micro.
Yeah,
the micro definitely could have been better there, but he's going to pick off that villager that was trying to wall, so that's pretty good. Now he needs to get out of there before those scouts show up, or I mean before those 2 spearmen join, because that would be, you're going to get a few hits in. Ooh, that was definitely damage that could have been avoided there. But it is going to take some of Cambridge's attention away from his forward here. Looks like, yep, now he's going over that second tower to try to get it up to that. It is at 94%. Wow, it's extremely close.
Unfortunate stuff indeed. So I'm actually looking forward to see some more action by Frezio at the moment. Well, he is in Cambridge base with his scouts still. The good thing about all of this is, since he has the Magyars, he has the advantage on saving some food production there, as they're cheaper for Magyars. So he actually was able to go for the next +1 tech to get up the attack of the scouts. Interesting choice there. Instead of going for the defensive one, he just wants to make sure that he can get those villagers as soon as possible. As we see it, he is able to get the 2nd villager there on the stone, and it's a GG already. Wow.
Wow.
That was fast.
I'm surprised.
Whoa.
Do you think that was possibly a little early?
I mean, this is just some kind of calculation taking place by Cambridge, I guess. Since he used more villages forward and also on stone, he felt he's a bit behind in economy. It wasn't quite obvious at the moment, as the score was just barely 100-point difference. But he didn't see any more perspective, as his attempt to get into the base of Frezio just failed due to this huge walling there on the left hand side. He basically just took the wrong decision there and went in on the left hand side of Frezio's base. He should have gone for the right hand side for sure, and that was a huge mistake.
Oh wait, we can't tell now, but I think he had that scouting. Could have known that. But okay.
I think so too.
He's only down 2 villagers, so I'm still a little surprised, but okay. That's how he's going, because he had spears around his base, so huh. Okay, well, I guess we're on to the next set here.
Yeah. So, question now is, which game will we be watching?
Right, did Racer... I guess we'll jump into game number 3, see if it's worth catching up to, and go from there. Oops, wrong button. There we go. I'm catching up, speeding up now, trying to catch up to where they're at. We'll give a little bit of introduction here, just so everybody knows it's round robin at the moment, so multiple games are going on at the same time. So we'll make sure to definitely cast one of each round, and then we'll get into the final for sure. Alright, so Patriot went for the Indians. He's playing in gray, as well as Stone, please. I like the name. In blue, decided to go for the Mongols. That could be an interesting matchup to see. Looking at bases, let's see. There's Stone, please, is kind of like Frezio in the last game. He's got one side of his base that's pretty wallable, but oh wow, nope, he ended up going for all of it. He's gonna be full walled at about minute 13. And the same for Patriot. He's got a wallable base as well and has decided to do so. He's got one small opening. That'll be it. Oh, and now I'm caught up. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm about to catch up now. Just 12 minutes in now.
Okay.
I'll take a little bit more.
Alright, so it looks like... So Patriot's going forward with scouts. They're gonna have a hard time getting through that house. Let's see, how much is each player sitting on the bank? So Patriot went forward with a lot of scouts, put his castle very far behind, while it looks like Stone, please, is saving up for castling. He'll be there pretty quickly. See how he decides to defend.
Right, I find quite interesting. Those are two different attempts here. While Stone, please, is really going for castle as soon as possible. Patriot is the one with a lot of field aggression, going forward with not only those scouts, but also a decent army of skirmishers, archers, and 4 forward villages, to be precise. And he is probably attempting to place more buildings into the front. Let me see if he's getting stone there at the moment, which should not be the case as far as I can see and tell. Yeah, that is it. So basically we're going to expect maybe one tower, but other than that, just some forward buildings, which is interesting because Patriot decides to stay and feel a bit longer than Stone, please, at least.
I wonder if he can tell. It doesn't seem like he's saving up on food at the moment. Seems like he's still continuing production. He's switched into archers. Scouts being... No, okay, so it looks like he's now using wood and gold just to make military, so he'll probably be saving up food to think about. Eventually he's got to get to Castle Age as well here.
Right.
He's got one tower being dropped on Stone Please's stone, but I don't see, he's not in stone back home. A lot of stone in the same thought there. So we won't be seeing another one coming forward.
Exactly. I'm also looking at the economy of Patriot at the moment. I find that he has 1 or 2 villages, 2 less in my opinion on gold in order to maintain proper production and also aim for the next stage there, Castle Age to be precise. So he really needs to be successful with this attempt in, going into Stone Please's map, and he actually attempts to do so properly. He is there now. He just needs to make sure that this wood line of Stone Please is fully denied first of all. But the difficult thing at the moment is Blue actually managed well walling off that one side in the north of his map with those gates. So basically, Patriot won't be able to enter that base anytime soon.
I think he's got enough skirmishers that he could run onto the TC to start denying gold in the other wood line. It might not be the best choice at the moment. We'll take a look at his Patriot scouting. Yes, he sees that he could have towered that other wood line, but oh well. See how he decides to go with this? Weirdly, he's deciding to attack the mill instead of a gate. It'd be a lot faster to get through a gate than the mill. Strange to see.
Right.
And he threw away scouts on the TC. That was a kind of odd decision. I see Patriot's housed at the moment, but could be saving up sources for crossbow. Arguably, you could think he should have been there by now, but not at it. Patriot is currently laming Stone Please's stone, which is going to be a good. It's going to work out for him because it's going to keep Stone Please off of getting into Mangadai anytime soon.
True as well. Concerning the unit choice, though, he goes for the market and has 2 archery ranges, then producing archers only. The question is, will that be a good choice there? He is on his way to Patriot's base, and most likely he will be able to do some proper raiding. Still, Patriot also getting a lot of skirmishes at the moment. I guess he will be prepared.
Right, he has already seen that Patriot's on skirmishers, already has fletching, already has first armor upgrade. So that's kind of weird to see him go so heavily into archers and not be prepared with crossbows already. Ooh, he just deleted some of his walls. A lot of his walls. I'd question that choice. Knowing that Patriot's already put pressure on him. Oh, is that what's going up? There it is, okay. That's what's going up there. But yeah, I think it's going to be really hard to push with these crossbows when you already know your opponent's going for heavy on skirmishers. And Patriot's coming back with all those skirmishers to defend. Looks like Stone Please has committed. So he doesn't have too many options to run here. So I think he might be about to get some hurting on him. I don't know how he decides to move here.
Right. He really needs to pay attention unless he just wants to waste this whole army of crossbows, which would be unfortunate for sure. But this fight he won't be able to take on unless he micros really well and Patriot at the same time messes it up somehow. He does well at the moment by reducing all the casualties here. He should instead go try to get some villagers on the left hand side at this wood line instead of engaging there.
Patriot's doing a fantastic job of splitting his skirms around that wood line, so regardless of which way Stone Please goes, he's gonna put some damage on him.
Exactly.
Really nice to see. See how Stone Please reacts if he just runs through it. Yeah, if he turns around, it's gonna be even worse, and that's what's gonna happen here.
Well done.
So just completely outplayed by Patriot there. The fantastic move. Patriot forced to abuse the market at the moment. 100 stone. Is he going for a third TC? Hope not. I'd like to see a little bit more map control before he does that. See here. Everything's cleaned up at home for Patriot. So Patriot, while he looked like his forward wasn't doing too good, I'd say he's got the upper hand right now.
At the moment, for sure, it was a good decision to go for elite skirms. At the same time, he also went for bloodlines, meaning that he may want to invest into cavalry anytime soon. Not sure what he goes for. He doesn't produce anything at the moment there. So he instead will go for third TC, which is a booming attempt. Quite risky. But at the moment, he can afford doing that, as Stone Please does not seem to be a huge threat at the moment. Still, he's going for two more stables there. Talking about Stone Please.
Yes.
Probably he will go for some knights.
But not the eco behind it to produce. See what he's planning there. Nothing coming out of those stables just yet. But I mean, a knight or two would completely clean up any skirms and let the crossbows then raid anything they want.
Yeah, true indeed, but you've said it. He doesn't have the eco for that. He can barely even maintain both of his TCs producing villages. At the same time, he is getting a little bit of pressure there. The knights are out though,
There we go.
without any upgrades, so they will be able to clear up those skirms. But other than that, he needs to go for some techs as well, which will take some time, because he needs some more time in order to balance his eco out, make it a bit stronger, to maintain double stable production.
So Patriot has actually built a fourth TC, his original, one on the wood line, one on gold, and one on stone. So he's going to have a very well defended eco. He's going to keep up with that even in the slightest. He's going to fall very far behind on military. He has every TC working. He has wheelbarrow working through one and villagers coming out of the other three.
Well, you're right, 4 TCs is quite tough. At the same time though, it is Indians, right? If I recall correctly here, yes. And there are, if you measured really well, it could be possible that you can somehow maintain a kinda 3TC like economy, having I mean, not economy but need of resources in order to maintain villager production, as the villagers are cheaper. Therefore it could be a way to deal with it, as he is Indians. Still quite risky for sure, but he can be lucky because the economy of Stone Please is not that good at the moment. He is about to balance it out though, and he will be able to pump out more knights very soon. Unfortunately for him though, Patriot is Indians, and he will have of course a lot of camels there, which are strong enough to deal with the knights efficiently.
Definitely. So I think those camels and skirms versus knights and crossbows. I think it's gonna come down to who's playing better in that case. Micro's gonna be deciding what wins out here. Do you see any tiebreaker at the moment? I think they're gonna be able to just hold against each other. Who's ever Micro and Better's gonna take a fight, but I don't think there's any clear winner in that at the moment.
Well, I think Patriot is the one, at least militarily. He will be superior. He has the skirms and he has the camels. On the other hand, his enemy has X-bows and knights. That's actually a clear counter here by Patriot. I think if he continues like that, and especially if Stone Please doesn't find a solution against those camels, it will be quite tough for him. I like that he has his Manual out there. At the same time, he is also going for Cav Archers now, which is a bit of a mixture there of military. Could be good. At the same time though, a lot of investments into different kinds of units, which all in all makes your whole army weaker in terms of techs, especially as you got a hybrid of everything, but at the same time all those units are not as strong as the enemies, as you're forced to go for various techs there, draining a lot of resources.
I just heard a monk be created. Stone Please could be going for monks instead. It seems like he's going just making monks to pick up the relics. We'll see for the moment. Stone Please seems to have a continuous problem of getting housed. It's kind of funny to see. Okay. Polly and Dark Noob, remind me in between games we can address both of those. Thanks.
I can even increase the voice right now for my.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Question now, is it better? I've just increased the volume significantly. I hope it can be heard.
Okay. See how it sounds for them. For me it sounds a little bit louder, so hopefully that helps. We see Stone Please continuing to build crossbows, and until he has a better solution for the skirms and camels, I don't really think that's gonna get him too far here. And Patriot's going to be the first one to ballistics. That's going to make a big deal in all of these engagements. And he's moving forward with a lot of villagers. So I believe we're going to see a castle dropped somewhere.
True.
It looks like they're heading out to the left with the house, so he's probably going to put it around that stone and that gold like that.
Question is that the best choice? If he goes just to the left and really close to siege workshop there of Stone Please, could be quite efficient to apply pressure instead of just denying those resources. I think denying resources is a way to think ahead in the late game, but to apply pressure I would love to see him go a bit closer. He
Right.
placed that castle in a okay kind of position. He could have even gone a bit further, in my opinion.
I don't really see, yeah, it's not doing too much different. Yeah, it's nice to have there, but not really improving on anything or taking any new ground.
True. So both teams now have big numbers there. Camels also significant there. At the same time, Stoneplease decides not to deal with the situation. Oh no, he just goes back now. He was attempting to go forward, but now he's forced to go back to deal with that.
That's a poor choice of deciding that's what to do. If he's gonna move that far forward, he needs to start doing something with it rather than halfway through choosing to turn around.
Also, just compare villager numbers. 117 to 80. That's a lot of difference.
Yes. Yeah, it seems like the 4 TCs with no pressure, Patriot's getting his way up to pop cap much faster. And Stoneplease is going to play on even after losing that TC. Situation's looking pretty bleak for him, so I hope he has something different up his sleeve, because at the moment I'm not seeing too many choices for him.
He is even going to Imperial Age. It's going to be over for Stoneplease very soon, unless he comes up with a master plan, but I'm really not convinced. I mean, with those crossbows, he actually had good chances to deal with those camels. At the same time, the armored skirmishes are there. It's quite difficult to deal with that. He should have used those mangonels inside of his base somehow, defensively, maybe under his TC somehow, I don't know, to get some lucky shots on the skirmishes. But now that is over, and Stoneplease is making the wrong decisions here, which is not deciding precisely. That is it actually, because he goes back and forth all the time. That is what makes his whole playstyle so fragile at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely hurting him that he hasn't committed to one thing specifically, while also kind of getting outplayed.
Right.
Be a possibility of maybe these crossbows getting cleaned up here between the camels and skirmishers. Both mangonels are going to go down. I think point Patriot might commit to cleaning this up. Might lose quite a few camels, but he's got plenty of upgrades, so I think he's going to go for it.
Yeah, it's
even being
difficult.
able to produce out of that castle and mix in elephant archers. He's going to be up to Imperial Age in about 50 seconds here, and I think he'll probably be able to mix in a treb and be trying to seal this game off.
Yep, also another castle being put down. Looks gloomy indeed. I mean, the biggest danger is allowing Patriot to go for imp and not harming his economy at all, because the Indians, they're infamous for their economy bonus here, and having reached 128 villages there, this economy is just perfect at the moment. He will be able to maintain a lot of camel production forever.
So Stoneplease actually going forward with some villagers to drop the siege workshop. I'm not sure if that's where I would commit at the moment, especially with a second castle coming down on my base. I think I'd be kind of worried about cleaning up back home. Getting concerned for him and his choices here.
Well, he knows about the castle on his left-hand side. He doesn't do anything against it because he somehow thinks, okay, he just zones that area off, nothing will happen. I'll just go to the front and cause some damage now. But wrong decision indeed. The traps are incoming, and I don't think that Stoneplease has enough forces inside of his base to deal with that upcoming threat there. Also, the third castle being put down.
Yeah. And that's the only TC for Stoneplease at the moment. So yeah, he doesn't seem to even he doesn't even have the resources to build another one anywhere. So I think he needs to sell and get 100 stone now before it's too late, but I think he seems to be all that concerned with that. Kind of weird to see, maybe he's just playing on, he's playing his best for the sake of the tournament. But we need to see something different from him if he continues to play on here. And there's the GG from the GG from Stone G. Stone
G, man.
Stone
G.
Alright, well let's address some of these things I was asked to. Turn. We can turn them eyes right up here. Oh wow, actually got turned down. Ooh, that's why you got turned down. I'm not sure why, but you did. While we're in the middle here, we're gonna clear these names for the time being because we don't have one. Actually, I guess we could have put. Nah, we'll just. We're gonna find our way back to the game now. And are we moving on to another game yet? Wait.
Not quite. I guess we'll Cambridge just opened a new lobby there. Maybe we will be able to join that one once the other one has joined.
Okay. So maybe what we'll do is during the round robin, we're gonna just continue. We're gonna keep their scores based on what they have won. Oh, here we go. I believe this is the one that Racer will be moderating from as we keep going here.
Right.
Weird.
Alright, so the next game will be also Cambridge against Stone, please. We could join that one, of course.
Also Cambridge against? They shouldn't play again. I think.
Have they played?
That's who we were just Who? No, sorry, my bad. Patriot versus Stone, please. Okay, so we'll jump into that. How does he spell his? Oh, it's gonna be Patriot versus Fredzio. That's who we're looking at. Right. Both of which are currently 1-1 in the tournament.
Can you show some brackets, Lito, as you can just type in !brackets with an S at the end, and then it'll just pop up. I just updated that one real quick. It should be working now. Just !brackets.
Ooh, Patriot. Sorry. Well, what's... Do I know that? I think. Not sure.
You mean Patriot?
Yes.
Should be Polish.
Is that Polish? Thought some of the sounds looked familiar. Does that not work? Should be. There we go.
Exactly.
So that's the... that doesn't quite... There you go. Then you have to click matches. Next thing. So yeah, Patriot and Fredzio will be what we see now next.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Not sure what Fredzio left. And then after this one, we might jump into Cambridge versus Stone, please.
Start the game!
Depending on who wins and loses here. You're welcome, Leto. Alright, so they're in the game room right now, or their game lobby, so we'll be launching once get back to it.
Exactly. So
yes.
I just got a random question there. Imagine today they say it is going to be Willis against Demise Red 1v1 Arabia. Just imagine this. Which civ would you like to pick on Arabia against
Which
me?
civ would I
Hidden
like
civ
to
choice.
pick? Hidden civ choice?
Yeah, you don't know about my civ. I don't know about yours. I'll also tell you my choice, of course.
You are a significantly better player than me, so I need to go for something like A for the quick up.
Nice.
Also, if I make it to get a castle or two down, then I can fit warriors and not necessarily
Yeah.
do good by skill, but do good by distracting you. Too many things to worry about.
Sounds good, to be honest. Sounds good. Solid idea there. Something that I would have loved to see yesterday, right? As you remember, Gurgis canon nomad battlegrounds. I would have loved to see exactly what you've just mentioned. True indeed. I would have
Right.
gone for Spanish, I guess. I would have just chosen Spanish.
Oh, you would have beat me up with conks? Oh, that would
Yeah, I
have
would
been
have
worst.
first brushed you somehow. I would have, yeah, I would have went to the drush first of all, just pump out some militia, just annoy you here and there. Probably just mess it up myself and run into your TC and then die. And then in my rage, I would just go for a panic castle and then just pump out those kongs and then just do what I do and just see what would happen.
Okay. Address in the chat here. Leto, don't worry about it if you want to participate. We want to make this a weekly thing.
Right.
We're going to keep iterating and improving. And hopefully, a month or two from now, it's well known. First 16 that sign up, get in. It'll be a lot of casting, but we'll make it work. Might be,
Exactly.
might have one host, co-casters coming in throughout the day. See how that works out.
Yes,
Yeah, let's see, because then we'd be up to. I already figured it out. Let's see. Let's do on-stream math again. So first round would be 8, then you got 12, 2, so you got 14, then a best of 3, 17 games. So just like trying to guess Nomad, that could be anywhere from. The Arabian game is probably 20 minutes, so that could be anywhere. Half hours, 17 for an hour.
Oh, come on, man.
Let's hope not. How many players showed up this time? That is a hard thing to answer because we had plenty of people showing up like ready to go and then leaving and coming back. So I think there was probably about 10 interested, but we went and did a round robin style instead. Oh.
Yeah,
What?
and I think now it's starting here.
Ooh, I'm having a little trouble switching scenes for some reason. Come on, OBS. Oh, you're there. Oh, that's because I was already in the scene. My bad. That's why. Okay, I was like, why isn't this hotkey working? Anyway, so we've got Patriots. Patriots going with Indians again, just like last game here. And so go ahead, Demise Red. Let's hear some introduction from you.
Alright then, so welcome everyone. This is a matchup between Patriot and Fredzio, so to speak, a clan meeting here, as both seem to be from the same clan. And it's a 1v1 on Arabia, and we got this beautiful matchup, Magyars against Indians. Quite interesting indeed. I will elaborate on my thoughts later on. First of all, just starting here with player 1, Fredzio, having the blue color, who is on the south of this map here. And looking at his base, well, there are a lot of things to spot here. First of all, he has his first gold on the front, which is never a good thing, especially if you consider the fact that in front of this gold there is an unbelievably huge hill, which can pose a huge threat to his own base there. We'll see about that. Also, he has a second gold, even more to the front. Also, another third or second gold, depends on how you want to see it, in the back there. Stone on the right hand side, and another stone even further to the right. Quite exposed. There are no ways to wall this efficiently. He needs to find a solution for the front for sure. Either he just goes for a building kind of approach to wall this one off, basically placing all of his upcoming houses, barracks, stables or whatnot to the front there, or he just goes to the front and places them on the hill there to play a really aggressive gameplay here, not allowing Patriot to get into his own base. Other than that, I see no chances with this kind of super exposed map. It's gonna be tough for sure. He will be facing a lot of problems there if he doesn't go full aggressive. What about the other base, Willis?
Frezio's, I think he's going to be just as open here. If we look to the right of his base, I'm going to call that unwallable. Usually the thought process is about 20 tiles is when you call it unwallable. I'm seeing way closer to maybe 30, 40, 50 in order to go from that tree line through the stone to the other tree line there. Pretty hard to do. The front is also very big and open, so the best he's going to be able to do is kind of wall towards his TC on the left hand side. And then other than that, he's going to have to be aggressive and defending as well. He could kind of protect himself if he puts himself into a much smaller spot. We check out his scouting here. Does his back, he sure as heck doesn't know about that piece. There we go. Look at his side. So he doesn't know about his back gold. He does know about his openness. He scouted this wood line over here a bit better. I think he'd know his situation. But instead, he's decided to go forward after finding his and decide for trying to find out where Patriot is first. With Magyars, we'll probably see some scouts coming from. One villager less on wood than we'd like to see. We'll see that. See what he does with it.
Yeah, I think three on wood is fine for scouts. I think it's a perfect formula. I would even argue for. Should be good. Putting as many villagers on food instead is a good idea to have enough to click up with 21 pop, 22 pop, somewhere there. Depends on your playstyle. Even less could be done using the Magyars, having a bonus with cheap scouts there for sure. At the same time, it's gonna be a tough matchup in the first place, thinking that Magyars, you may want to go for scouts, and also a lot of more cavalry there. I think since the enemy has Indians, it's gonna be tough with that one, as they want to go for camels for sure. I could see that one happening, but let's see how this will turn out. We can also see that Patriot is pushing deer. Greedy move there, but also efficient move if you want to go for scouts especially. But also other attempts like fast castle could be a way. Let's see what he's actually about to do. Both are getting loom at the same time and now clicking up. Let's see, probably a double scout here. I mean, both are going for scout rush probably. We'll see.
Right. Oh, well, hi Laref in the chat. Also, Demi is getting asked if you can maybe turn your mic up again a little bit. Something where
okay.
It's looking simple. Well, actually, how about go a little bit more there?
All right. What about now?
No, it doesn't seem to be
okay. No
affecting
change
the
still?
input of it. Okay, it seems like something we'll maybe we'll put some time into it after the stream and see what's up there. See why it seems to be an issue. It seems to be
Is there any change now?
That was significant change.
Okay, cool.
I think it sounded like good change for a moment there. But anyway, so if not, we'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out a little bit better for next time. So what made you say pushing deer is a greedy move there? Because of lack of scouting, maybe?
Right, exactly. I think scouting is really essential, especially on maps like Arabia. I mean, actually, it's always important. Even on maps like Arena, it is always the question when you go for scouting. But on Arabia, I feel it's extremely important to know as much as possible, as early as possible. So go for even counter moves ASAP, or even anticipating what's going to happen and adjusting your own playstyle to it. Not even necessarily countering, but adjusting your moves in terms of knowing, okay, I will strike with my scouts here instead of there and stuff like that. At the same time though, getting deer is really good. I mean, it will boost your scout rush so immensely, and it is quite important, to be honest, to go for fast castle. You can do it without, of course, but getting deer always a huge bonus, but you pay the price for it, which is scouting.
Okay, so it looks like a good move by Frezio here. He lost his scout because of it, but he was harassing the villagers building the barracks, and it put Patriot's stable behind because he couldn't even finish his barracks. Okay decision. I would have liked to see him not lose his scout by the end of it, but it definitely put him behind, and I believe because of that, Frezio caught up time there is going to get the first scout out, or pretty much identical timing here. But as the Magyars, that free plus one attack is probably going to make the difference to begin with. Also the fact they're cheaper to begin with.
Right. It's going to be really important. I feel that it is essential to get spearmen out for Patriot. He interestingly put this one in the front, which means that he will take him with him when going into Frezio's base. Also one move to consider. he should still make sure that he puts at least one spearman in the back of his base if he will not be able to finish his walling there, which will most likely be the case, because there's a lot of walling to do for Patriot.
Surprisingly, Fredzio didn't go around already. I think he definitely could have went around with the scouts a little bit earlier, taken and already been raiding, but given time for that to go up.
Right.
Will we see any more spearmen out?
Left-hand side of Patriot's base, by the way.
Oh, does he know about that? Let's see. Let's check his. Oh, he doesn't know. Excuse me. He hasn't scouted that direction.
Uh-huh.
I don't think he hasn't quite scouted exactly how open he is on the back of his base. He knows of it, but hasn't scouted how big it is. And as far as what's Fredzio doing at home, he's walled up the front like I was hoping he would do. He didn't quite. Did he not get eyes on? Yeah, he could have. He didn't have to wall there. He could have included that relic in that wood line, and had just as easy of a wall off. No. A little questionable about where he didn't scout that much of the wood line up front. He's making that a little bit harder on him. Maybe he should go sideways toward the stone. We'll see. As far as scout action, we see him kind of dancing around that hill for now, trying to get the better micro. Surprised not to see. I would like to see maybe a spear or two for Fredzio to include in this.
Yeah, it would make sense for sure, but he doesn't go for that. Instead, he just sort of uses his cheap scouts there, going for more scouts. He has one more scout on the hill. What was striking for me, I believe, looking at Fredzio's base there, this walling in the front, don't you think there's a gap on the right-hand side there? Right
In between those two, in between two houses? Yeah, you can actually see the villager standing in it. Standing right where he just left a gap. So I don't think he's gonna.
I even mean the one on the left-hand side. I mean, where the gold is, the second gold in the front of him. I mean, where the palisade is.
Oh yeah, maybe. There.
Could be, right?
Let's see. That's on there. That's on there. Yep, that is a gap. That's a gap through that tree line. He actually has two holes. Then he has one there, and between that second and third house to the right of the gold, left a hole as well. Yikes! That could prove fatal later.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
We see both players going for wheelbarrow, so they're kind of mirroring each other's playstyle, except that Patriot has two spearmen out. Other than that, it looks like we're going to see them kind of dance around and build up equals behind it, and probably get to castle age before we see too much more fighting. Oh wow, but Patriot's way further. He's almost got the resources now, while Fredzio's about 200 fruit off and kind of hasn't been only starting collecting gold.
Yeah.
Looks like he's gonna break in, and I think he's gonna break in before that villager gets there. We'll see. No. Wow, that was close though.
Yeah, well done indeed.
But now with that villager there, it's just gonna be either a pain for Patriot, or Fredzio is just not gonna get in here. And that's completely walled off, but Patriot still hasn't scouted the side of that wood to see that he's actually open on the left there.
Nice.
See if Fredzio ever figures that out. He's sent his scouts around now, so he's going to see that he's not getting in anywhere on that side. Unless there's a hole. No, he's just going for another piece of palisade to attack. And this time I think he's going to get in. No villagers going that way to stop him. And Patriot's about halfway to castle, skill barding armor coming in, so any scout wars he's going to win for now. We'll see him get in. See him go after this.
True indeed. I actually like what Fredzio does at the moment. He goes for double archery ranges instead of just attempting to go for some knights or something like this. As Patriot himself has double stables now, he will most likely, I mean it is actually 100% sure that he will go for camels. And in order to deal with that, of course, knights would be a bad choice. At the same time, he has scouts in his base now, talking about Fredzio. That is not good at all. And I think if he manages well with those archers, he will be able to deal with all upcoming camel threats there.
I think we might see some of the same playstyle as Patriot. Just as his game versus Stone Please, he had skirmishers and camel's apple. We don't see any archery range from him, so maybe not that just yet.
Yeah, probably this is just a way to go from scouts into castle just like that. Instead of, I mean, last game he went for fuel aggression total and then into camels, which is also a way to do it, especially as Indians with this great eco. We saw it. He was able to shift into clicking up to castle age way earlier. He saves a lot of wood there, a lot of food there, considering villager production. So I like what he does at the moment. And if Fredzio does not do anything against this, it will be tough again, just like last game.
Right. So we see fletching coming in from Fredzio, and he's definitely got 3 archery ranges, but we haven't seen him build a single of them yet. So he still has the choice to go for either skirmishers or crossbowmen, but not seeing any of it in use. Well. Oh, cav archers? Ah, okay. Thank you for pointing that out for me. Definitely missing that detail. Okay. I believe those scouts have been... No, they haven't been cleaned up yet, but they're not really able to do any damage being chased down by camels. There you go, now they'll be cleaned up. I believe Fredzio has a humongous wall. Breakthrough, hard to defend, but it's there for now. See how it goes.
Yeah, true indeed. I like that Patriot just went for the siege workshop there. He will be using that one for sure. Creating mangonels, always a good thing to prepare your own siege, invading the enemy base. He is gonna need that, and he will have a lot of opportunities for that because, like I've said, Fredzio has this huge hill in front of his base there, and he decided to wall this one off, like I told, as in use the buildings as a kind of wall, which has the advantage that it is walled now. At the same time, though, it will allow any kind of ranged action, as in mangonels, to hit really hard on those buildings, especially that TC will be in a lot of danger. And the mangonel also a good way to deal with cav archers, so I see a lot of chances now for Patriot at the moment with that unit composition.
Neon Joke, welcome to the chat. Glad to have you here. So let me see, we got about 6 cav archers. How will that many cav archers fare against camels? I think favorably? I'm not quite sure of the matchup there.
When done well, it's fine, but this mangonel...
Oh, that mangonel's gonna put in damage. Oh wow, if he just sits there and takes the damage, that's... Oof. That's gonna hurt. He seems like he's having a hard time moving around, put himself into the wrong kind of corner there. But he got away. So instead of, like, maybe instead of fighting, he might be counter raiding? Nah, not quite. The 2 casts have a... Alright, I'm gonna turn my mic down now that we're getting so many people saying it.
No, I even...
See if that helps. Let's see. Okay, I just turned mine down. See if that helps at all. Keep going. Right. We'll let people know. Okay. Thanks, Einwig. We'll see how everybody feels about that. Kinda hard to tell though. As far as OBS, I can see OBS while we're doing this. I can't quite see too much differences in what we're doing. Let's see, I can turn myself down directly there. Oh, we'll see.
I even increase the volume for mine now. I'm just a bit confused because we are basically using the same settings if I do the stream. But
right.
It will be fine for sure. We'll find a solution.
Yep.
It'll be good.
Alright, so let us know in about 15 seconds if that seemed to help at all. If not, I have one trick, but that'll be pretty much be it. And I believe you're saying me Willis is louder than Them Eyes Red. I believe that's what you're pointing out, just to be sure before we keep making the wrong decisions here.
You getting just even more quiet and me.
Yeah.
That would be worse then.
Well, can you tell a difference with what I just did?
Yeah, I can tell. You're definitely low on your volume. It didn't help that much, Nevada says. Oh my god.
Rip. Rip. Didn't help that much. Alright, I'm gonna do one thing.
I'm on maximum. I mean, I'm clipping now when I'm talking.
Yeah, that's too far. I'm gonna turn myself down through OBS. But then that's gonna be
maximum now.
That's gonna be the last thing I can do to help. Other than that, it's gonna take a lot more effort outside of stream to fix. Alright, there we go. So hopefully that works, but we're gonna get back to the game. So we see a pretty good mass of cav archers here, so I think depending on micro that'll be able to hold camels back. Have enough damage output to one-shot camel. Maybe.
It should be fine. So one-shot them, it should be definitely fine. They have Bargain Arrow. They will be okay to deal with this, even though the camels have +3 pierce armor now. let's see. Let's see.
If
What I
you-
like at the moment is that Fredzy is actually not investing in his eco too much, as in he has only 3 TCs. And okay, now I'm taking this back. Maybe not the best decision here to go for 3 TCs. Maybe he just used them in order to protect his base there also, but he should definitely not go for maintaining villager production on all 3 TCs if he wants to go for that kind of army composition, which is basically mass cavalry archers. I like to see 1 TC, maximum 2 TCs with that one, but at the same time he is forced to go for more TCs as he suspects Patriots of going for more TCs, and as Indians going for more TCs is really deadly for the enemy.
Right, but we're not seeing that from Patriot. Oh wait, I missed his 3rd TC. Last game he had, I believe, 4 it by this time, and he even went for a 5th once he had full map control.
Yeah.
And we're not quite seeing that same amount of boominess from him. But now Fredzio's in, so he's going to be able to pick off anything he sees. He's got Thumb Ring and Ballistics, so this raid's going to be very effective. Only 2 villagers going down, but going to see a lot of idle time.
Man, that wood.
Man, that wood. I was just about to say that. Wow, it's completely saturated.
Oh.
Let's see how much Fredzio knows about that. Not enough. Wow. I'd like to see him maybe take a second group of cav archers and just sit on the other side of the wood line, and that would be pretty devastating. Oh, 2 mango shots. Oh man, are we gonna see a 3rd and 4th? Oh, how many just died? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Oof. That's rough. Alright, you gotta get yourself out of there, Fredzio. You gotta be a little bit more aggressive towards those mangonels and fight your way out before another hit like that happens.
Oh my god.
He seems to be backing himself into a corner. I mean, he's not that bleak. He could run through this, take some damage, rather than the way he's fighting. It seems like he might get completely cleaned up. And still can't quite run. So let's see what he chooses to do here. Maybe pick off villagers on your way out. I hope he has a secondary army ready to go, because this one's gonna get clean. He's gonna be kind of up a creek at the moment, without a paddle. So he now has more cav archers back at home, but dang, to lose, I want to say 2/3 of his army just like that.
Exactly.
Patriots should be pushing right now. Patriots shouldn't be waiting. Yeah,
Definitely.
he knows he has an advantage.
Those mangonels will pose a huge threat there, because this micro is not good enough to deal with that. He needs to go for some kind of unit that will take care of those mangonels. Question is what he will do about it. Probably going for pikes would even be a better choice than going for scouts, as the scouts could be directly hard countered by those camels. Pikes again are fast enough to deal with mangonels, even though their damage output is not good enough. I guess this should be a way to deal with it, but at the same time now the skirmishes out there, also good move by Patriot, basically having the same unit combo again. Camels, skirms and mangonels. It seems as if his enemies cannot find a proper answer to that at the moment.
Right, it seems like when you just get yourself into such a position with such an upper hand, it's just that there's not really an answer to it. Oh, I think he did 1 for 3 mangonel trade there though. That's good. That's gonna buy him some time to get back in this. Maybe push back up that hill ever so slightly and get in there. Even if the scouts are gonna get countered, I'd still like to see him mix them in. Try to take out some skirms for cheap. He's got a castle going up. I'd like to see a lot more villagers, or might be seeing a doubt castle going up.
Yep.
He's only putting 4 or 5 villagers on that, while that hill is not exactly locked down. It's looking pretty risky. Guess we've got a mangonel taking out some shots on skirms, but I don't know. I don't like the position he's in right now. He's not really forcing that castle down fast enough. About to lose the hill. Looking a little scary. The only thing saving him right now is I think Patriot doesn't quite realize his advantage, and now he's going forward. So Fredzio, I need you to put some stone walls or houses up around those villages. About to get picked off.
Not gonna happen, man.
Yeah, no quick walling at all. Oh, quick wall attempt, but way too late. Those villagers are gonna clean up something fierce.
Wow, this castle's gonna be denied. Oh my god, look at this.
90% even a house, even just a few more seconds, and it would have done. Yeah, it's definitely really something. You gotta get quick walling down. I don't know where else his focus was on at the moment. Wish I could have view lock on for a second. What he's looking at here.
He
Ooh.
was
Not
kind
looking
of
too many
tempting.
places that make too much sense.
But look what's happening right now. Look at Patriot's move there with those villagers. He's placing his own castle.
Oh, I didn't realize where he was putting it. That's gonna pretty much deny that castle permanently. Continue pushing forward here, and putting Patriot or Frezio. Patriot is gonna put Frezio more and more in. It's a shame Patriot. It's a shame Frezio couldn't hold an advantage a little bit longer. Oh wow, he's trying to get out there with Vills and make that castle happen.
Yep, it's.
Ooh, I'll take that.
I guess it will be the bloodiest castle.
I don't know. I think those villagers are gonna get cleaned up. 96%.
Whoa.
2 villagers out there. 1. Yeah. Whew. And he's.
It's a GG, man.
Yeah. That's rough. And there's the GG from Frezio. Yikes.
Damn. Wow.
So we like to point out decisive moments, and I think it's gonna be very obvious that 6 mango shot to the cavalry archer. Not really.
Exactly. That was maybe one of the key moments there, at least military-wise. Other than that, the choice of going for multiple TCs with an attempt of maintaining 3, now 4, 5 archery ranges with cavalry archers, that is not realistic. You should have gone for 1 or 2 TCs maximum for now. At the same time, I understand why he went for more TCs. First of all, to gain more security in his own base. At the same time, he wanted to somehow deal with the
We're going into another game
next
already.
game also taking place. Wow. Okay.
Are we doing it in the same game room that quickly?
Wow.
I mean, I would like
Showing
if we
lots of
brought it together
speed.
like that. Patriot and Cambridge. Oh, that's the next. Okay, so Cambridge and Stone Please game is already finished. Okay, so we're into the 3rd round of the round robin here.
That takes place so fast. I would have
Oh,
been
yes.
so exhausted by now playing all of those games.
Yeah, it's definitely a different play style. So we're gonna see. This might be the last game we see here before the final, depending on how fast the other games go.
Exactly.
So we're gonna say Patriot has 2 wins. We know that.
Yeah.
I don't know about Cambridge. I'm gonna check the brackets real quick. See here. Patriot, Cambridge. Cambridge is our low player here.
Unfortunate stuff.
But it's always good to get in tournaments. I've every tournament I've played in, I haven't really at all. I think I've won a couple games, maybe 1 match. Learn. So it's good.
That's
It's good.
true
It's
indeed.
good to get the experience.
Yeah, I can confirm. It's so much different than just playing casual games 1v1 in comparison to tournament games. I can remember stuff. I mean, I played so differently, so much worse actually because of all of this pressure. And it was basically one tournament that I've took place in was.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to interrupt you. I'd like to jump into Stone Please's game because we haven't seen him as much.
Oh really? That's
And they're
cool.
actually, I believe that's going to be the closer matchup here. They both have won. They both won 1 game each. We're going to switch to that instead, because I think winner of this game is going to decide who gets in the final.
Let's go.
I mean, I'm adjusting score. We'll get in. Oh, what? So strange. Have something to talk about. It'll be weird. Okay, so they both have 1 game, so they're playing for finals right now. Yeah, because I believe technically Cambridge is now mathematically eliminated, so it'll be good to get into this game. See which one of these players get to advance. Oh, Stone Please's name's a little too big. A little too close for comfort there, but we'll see how it looks there. Oh, still a little too big. Alright, so I'm going to be in OBS for a second here. Demi's red, so go ahead and take it away.
All good. So I'll just start with the introductions, right?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Alright, okay. So there we go. Welcome everyone. This is the weekend Smackdown here. I'm here with Willis. My name is Demis Red. And we have a matchup between Stone Please and Frezio. Stone Please with the Burmese and Frezio with the Mayans. It's a 1v1 Arabia fight. And Stone Please here on the right hand side with his Burmese. Really nice choice. Let's look at his map. Oh wow, it's first of all it's Yellow Arabia. That means there are a lot of pawns to this game, a lot of possibilities to mess up walling. Especially this one looks really bad here. He has his resources in the front, he has one convenient gold in the back, which is pretty much exposed, but he could somehow deal with the situation. At least it's in the back. Other than that, I feel his resources on the left are even safer because of those wood patches. He could just simply connect them with some palisades, and that'll be fine about the left hand side. This front, he could somehow find a solution for that, but his whole right hand side is pretty much exposed. There's just one cliff. Other than that, there are a little bit of, this is not even a wood patch, this is just some awkward trees here with two pawns. That's not good at all. He needs to make sure as Burmese that he has his hands on a lot of wood there, and later of course the stone will be really important to put up some castles. And other than that, that is it for
Alright, I'll
Stone
jump in
Please.
there. I'll jump in for Fredzio, playing as the Mayans. I kind of like that choice. I like their rating potential pretty much in all aspects of the game. Maybe they can go archers and future, play well for plumed archers and castle age. Looking at his map, his right side, he could do okay between that cliff, that pond. And other than that, his pretty open, and his left side also large, could be done, but also fairly open. So we see him going for onward. I think that an archer build, moving towards that. Already on his first board. That scout there was pretty early. I wonder if that scout was trying to lean. Seems like Fredzio hasn't found all of his starting resources. Instead went to find, not to find Stone Please, but to lame his boar. Oh, yep, that's an interesting.
This one's looking at the moment as well with Eagle Scout. It's really convenient to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's gonna bring it back, but he's got a long way to go, and I believe Stone Please is gonna try to do his best to intercept that. Stone Please doesn't quite know where he is, but he's making his direction. On the way there, he's gonna find two of Fredzio's sheep. Probably take them back. Yep. So
they will actually see each other.
Yeah. Second two. Yes, I was there. Yep, and they're gonna run into each other, and I think we're gonna see this Boar Lord denied.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh.
So the scout goes down. Hopefully that boar will walk back for Stone Please. And now that's looking real bad for Fredzio. Lost two of his sheep. Might be about to lose two more. That Boar Lord didn't work. But if that boar stays there, at least it's now not helping Stone Please.
Yeah, it'll go back for sure.
Let's see. So Stone Please. Yep, about to find these two more sheep for Fredzio.
Wow.
Let's see. Yep, he's definitely sending them back. Stone Please, or Fredzio's got nothing in that direction to see where they're at, and that's gonna put him way behind.
Alright, he has lost 4 sheep there, his scout. And instead, Stone Please gained 4 more sheep. He'll get his boar back eventually. Looking better for him now. Talking about some karma there.
I think he was even thinking about hitting that village, but decided not to because of the hill. Maybe as that villager goes down, you can go back and attack him from the hill, but we'll see.
True.
So Fredzio knows he's behind, so he's gone straight into wall. Gonna be trouble there, because he can't quite be the aggressor now. The wall up, get himself safe, and then try to take the game, make up some of this deficit. Okay, let's see Stone Please's res. Got a lot of villagers queued up. I wonder if he, do you think he'll change tactics, knowing that Fredzio's gonna be behind? Maybe go a bit greedier with whatever.
Good question indeed. I mean, right now he's getting loomed, so I don't think that he will change too much about his tactics. But it would have been an opportunity for sure to go for some Drush Fast Castle type of approach. Now that he has a huge advantage there, just to keep Fredzio a bit busy there and then just go for castle as soon as possible. But I don't think that this is going to take place. I guess he will most likely just go for... I was going to say that he will go for scouts, but somehow he just has 2 on wood there. Am I just missing something about Stone Please's approach here?
He seems to have just reorganized. Now he sent 2. Now he's looks like he's even gonna try to drop a gold mine. So he's gonna, when he hits field, he's gonna be pretty low on wood. It's gonna be strange to see.
3 on golds. Okay, probably he will go for some archers instead. Bits. Okay, that's possible. Of course, makes sense. Makes sense. He will just.
Morning,
drop,
Fenris. Yeah, but with
gold
how far he is behind, I don't he's gonna have the res period to drop any of that. He's even moving 2 villagers off of that wood line.
Weird
And
stuff.
repassing them. Is he even thinking to go forward with a tower at this point, maybe? Yeah, 4 villagers forward, 2 militia backing them up. 3rd one being built now. A little strange, but it seems. Maybe because he knows Frezio won't be able to see anything. He knows he can go forward with towers and he won't be caught.
Yeah.
But the way Frenzio's walled off, he's not too much with towers, but it seems Stone Please is committed with it.
Yeah, most
Okay,
likely it's
how it
gonna be
goes.
something like, I don't know, drush into archers with towers or something like this, because I simply cannot ignore the fact that he still goes for 3 on gold. At the same time though, this is really weird. Now he goes for man at arms, so man at arms trush basically.
Right, but he doesn't have any villagers on stone.
Right.
It's just going to be 1 tower backed up by no more. This is interesting. Frenzio though, he's behind and playing greedy. He's gotten all the eco upgrades before he's gone for anything resource wise. Interesting.
That's true indeed.
Alright, I might have meant to say military there. Not quite sure what we're seeing at the moment. Both players making some choices.
For sure. At the same time, also Fritzy with all that gold that he's getting, probably just maintaining enough for enough archery production there. But he's really behind in that. Really late. He's just building his arch range now, his first one.
So Stone Please has those 5 villagers forward, but nothing to do with them. Maybe he wasn't thinking towers. Maybe he was thinking, I know my wood's inbound, so I'm gonna go build a tower, and then maybe drop my ranges horse stables in. But now it seems like he's gonna be taking Frezio's stone. So he's thinking more towers, but just very inefficient way. I think archers are gonna come in and they'll do a pretty good job cleaning up men at arms.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll do check. Don't worry about it, man. You'll have another chance next week, depending on the settings.
Yeah, Oladushek is there. What's up, Oladushek?
Thanks for playing the other day, as far as what we were casting.
Really enjoyed it, man.
This is archers gonna come in. They're pretty dang good against these men at arms. Even those 2 villagers helping out. Gonna be putting damage in. And yeah, weird choices, but I think at the end, Frenzio might fight this off. If another tower comes in before he's ready, that's not going to be good for him. But we'll see. So there you go, Stone Please. Next tower coming in, but yet again, it's the villagers that are mining the stone themselves. So it's like they're gonna go get it, they're gonna mine it, and they're like, okay, carry this with us. We're dropping this tower.
Exactly.
So he even sent 2 more villagers forward to that stone. Why doesn't he just go on his own? So strange.
True indeed. I mean, it makes sense to go for resources if you're in the enemy base, just to steal it basically. But at the same time, it's right. You're right. I mean, he could have just easily put a mining camp there in his back, which is most likely due to the fact that he didn't have enough wood in order to build more mining camps. He was struggling with the first one in the first place, so he just did that timing-wise. He had enough wood to put this one in the front, but not in the back. Weird stuff indeed.
Laref saying playing the super long game for later. Keep playing the super long game here. Keep your stone for it later. 3-hour game confirmed.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to see Frenzio come with some sort of comeback here, but he's got a lot of work to do. Something like that.
I mean, he is attempting to go to the front now with his archery military there. I guess at least, he's moving into the direction of Stoneplease's base there, which is good, of course, to apply some pressure himself. At the same time, I actually like the choice of Frezio investing into archers in the first place, because he's gonna need them. Against Burmese, it is most likely happening that Stoneplease will go for a Rambai pretty soon. And nowadays, I guess archers, especially arbalists, turn out to be quite well against Rambai.
Yes. But we got another tower coming up though. It seems like that the low push though isn't gonna really see much against it. Frezio's in a bit of a pinch because both those stones are kind of walled off for him. He does know about his backstone. I'd like to see him send some vills there so he could get some defensive towers up so that there wouldn't be any more coming forward. But it seems like it's just gonna slowly keep happening. I'm glad to see those archers. They're coming in the back of the base. I hope they pick off a few here to bring it to even out the difference.
Alright.
Stone, please. He's got most of his village around the TC. Another one, more villagers covered by the towers. So I think Frezio's gonna find it hard to do too much damage with these archers. Yeah, so definitely advantage Stone, please, because he's going to be able to continue pushing. He's got one more tower probably about to come up on his base and just pushing him to the left here. He's definitely got enough wood and gold coming in to keep these archers going. I'd like to see him push maybe a little bit harder. Skirms are going to defend against him pretty well. But with this push, he is forcing Stone, please, to build towers at home rather than in the base. That's good.
That's good indeed, for sure. He just needs to make sure that this will happen all the time, because there are some ways to deal with crushes, and one is just kind of cope with it, not in terms of ignoring it, but the way he does it at the moment, talking about Frezio, it's actually quite well done. He puts all of his farms to the left-hand side, whereas Millers, even though this is to be considered as not efficient anymore, he does well by placing a second mill there and stuff like this. All of it sounds good, but he needs to make sure that not more of those towers are being put in his own base. He needs to be real careful about this one.
Right, so it seems like one good move he did. He hit that gold. He hit Stoneplease's main gold there and forced his villagers off of that. Stoneplease hasn't sent any villagers there. Not that he needs the gold right now, but it's completely shut down. So Stoneplease is focused. All his towers are now focused to defend his own. But Frezio needs to get more farms up, and I think eventually this game's definitely gonna go to Castle Age. Gotta see how he's gonna get there. Bide his time to do it.
Alright, now we gotta pause, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, I'm seeing it as well.
Okay, good.
So what do you see as the next move for these players? It seems like they're playing each other pretty well here as far as Stoneplease kind of forcing Frezio into position, but Frezio doing a great job with it.
Yeah, it's true indeed. There are some perspectives for both of them. Stoneplease, obviously, as the Burmese, will make sure that he will use his stone later to build some castles to pump out one of the strongest and overpowered units at the moment. That is one thing to keep in mind. Frezio, at the same time, is doing well with his archers. Question now is, what will he do with the army that he has at the moment? Will he attempt to go into Stoneplease's space again? This will not be the right decision, in my opinion. Going back home would be good to clear up the remaining villages there somehow. That's an option to do, especially placing those archers then beneath those towers in order to make sure that they don't get hit by him. Could be a good choice. If he just places his archers on the right hand side of the tower that is close to his stone there and Frezio's base, would be a way to get rid of those villagers that take the stone all the time.
Oh, good.
I guess that would be one way to do it. There are some possibilities to continue efficiently here. Just need to make sure that both players are doing the right decisions here. Let us see about that. Certainly I'm not pleased with Stoneplease's management of wood from the beginning on. There was some weird things going on, where he simply had 2 on wood for a time when he went for man-at-arms. That is certainly odd. Now at the moment it's really saturated for his wood line. He is about to focus on a secondary wood line, I hope, for him. Otherwise it's gonna stay really inefficient.
Maybe we should get up. What's going on? Oh, a little bit of movement. Okay, so the game's back on. But no chat, that's weird. No. Okay. So we're back in. Yeah, just more tower fire. Did Stone please just Stone please maybe just got fletching or already had it, I didn't notice. So his towers are now ranging a little bit further here. Cool, so now just go. Yeah, I do like what you're saying though about pushing those villagers off the stone. Pretty wide open for that move right now. Nothing for him to do about it. Nothing for Stone please. Right. He has a lot of art. If he can keep Stone please from Castle Age and get to crossbowmen, that would be very good. And he is keeping Stone please off of gold, so that's nice. Oh, there we go. There's all that chat. Now we see it.
Oh yeah, there. Be right back. 14, 2 sec, 11. Yeah. Another pause. Wow.
Okay, can we see villager cleaned up here? Maybe just one. Nice. Okay, and run away before those do work. There's just so many of them. It's hard to deal with. But as mines, can you do too much about these skirmishers right now? I mean, I guess you could mix in Eagle Scouts. They're not going to do that great.
I think Eagle Scouts would be perfect now. No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, they're not the exact equivalents, but so to speak, a kind of equivalent for Scouts in general, and therefore I see them as a kind of hard counter against normal skirmishes.
Okay, good. So it seems like Frezio might just run under these towers. He wants to see more Stone please's base, and he's convinced, yeah, there's gonna be able to pick off vills because towers aren't gonna be enough to stop that many archers to put enough vills inside of them.
Right.
So let's see. Not quite sure how many military numbers lost there. Well, now the way he's running, he's taking a lot of damage, so maybe it wasn't worth it. I think he took out maybe about 4 vills there. We'll see.
He made sure that the villager count
definitely evened it out.
Now. No.
Yes. With that many skirmishers. Oh, here we go. He is getting up to castle. I would have liked to see him not quite lose so many archers here before castle age, but it seems like in scale alarm. So I think he is thinking, okay, I gotta get more Eagle Scouts out here to take care of these skirmishers. Maybe he'll be able to turn this around.
No.
Guys have your sound volume far too. Okay, so it's just been a consistent issue. So we'll see what we can do about it here.
Yeah, maybe some team speak settings or something like this. We will have time after this game, I'm sure.
Yeah. Gotta figure something out with it.
Do you see what's happening on the left hand side there? The villagers being chased by wolves and now.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Oh wow, where were those? Maybe he's trying to think of going after towers from the left as well.
Yes. No.
I was just reading some of the admin chat. Yeah, they're saying the same thing we already knew. The winner of this one will be going to the final here.
Alright, so now Frezio with the momentum here, with X-Bows and Eagle Warriors very soon, which gives him quite an opportunity here to strike against Stone Please, because Stone Please is still not in Castle Age. He will go for Rambai, that is for sure, as he gets a lot of stone there. At least he will put down some castles. Would make sense if he goes for Rambai now.
Yeah, I would like to see. We're probably about to see if Stone Please keeps running back with these skirmishers. Oh, are those Eagle Warriors now instead of Eagle Scouts? Oh, that's much better. I'm happy to see that upgrade come in. And I missed it on the overlay. Yep, so Stone Please is pushed off of stone for the moment, so that's going to delay the castle. Fredzio would clean up those 2 villagers mining stone. That castle... someone please bought stone. Yeah, just to get that extra 100 just so he could get it up somewhere. So he's putting it in the back of... right next to his TC there to defend his eco. But these villagers on these farms, they're gonna get cleaned up hard. Not on the farms, on here.
Alright.
Fredzio going for some defense upgrades for his crossbowmen. Pretty helpful. Wait, that gate's open.
Right.
That's a great move by Fredzio.
Really, really bad, and this is where the mass migration is taking place at the moment.
Yeah. See all those villagers. I don't know if I would have committed. I think I would have just taken that idle time as bonus and then ran away, because these archers are going to get walled in now. They're going to be stuck back there. Maybe break through that weak patch to wall slowly here. Maybe get out from underneath that tower so you stop taking fire against. It's going to be the best way out. Come on, Fredzio, you can figure something out here. Just get a lot closer to that. Oh, so he's running under the castle fire to try to get away. Yikes. Oh, he's definitely done a lot of damage here. Now the Vil different. The Vil difference is 53 Vils to 37, but those crossbows kinda feel like he could have done a little better. Maybe not thrown away as many. Stone Please was completely idled for the time being. Oh, another TC going up on that gold to protect it. So Stone Please is saying, I'm not out of this game. I'm going to defend myself and I'm going to come back into this.
So he doesn't manage it too well. He has 1 Arambai fighting against 4 or 5 crossbows, and he loses 1 Arambai. That is really not the way to do it. In the beginning, if you have your initial 5 Arambai, just like Kongs, you gotta treat them really, really carefully, not to lose them. Some would even argue to get 1 monk out just to heal the Arambai or the Kongs or the knights, especially that kind of thought I'm referring to, in order to just preserve them. And he just unnecessarily lost 1 Arambai there. Unfortunate stuff indeed.
Looks like Fredzio's committing in with crossbowmen again to pick off some villagers. And yeah, gonna run back. The Terms aren't gonna take the fight. So Fredzio definitely taking the upper hand here. Definitely forcing some of these engagements. He also used his villagers to batter down those 2 towers finally. So he's cleaning up his base. Got a lot of villagers going forward. Arguably, yeah, I wonder what oh, just batter down the tower. They were kind of pathfinding themselves. Kind of funny to get there. Fredzio gonna stay on 1 TC. Push. He definitely needs to keep that advantage though, because if Stone Please is allowed to run away with a better eco, that's gonna be. We gotta watch out for this mangonel. Could make a deciding shot at any time here. Oh, that's a okay split. Okay, 4 crossbowmen are gonna get away. But yeah, now we seem to be looking at it in the other way. Fredzio, while has all the map control, while taking the game, isn't quite able to do enough with it at the moment. And we've got the Rambai coming in on the left side of Fredzio's base. Don't quite have a way in just yet. They find those stone miners, them off. So we'll see.
Yeah. That would be good, of course, because then they would be definitely done for.
Crazy just how much damage I do.
Right, 17 now.
Was it higher before?
Good question. I don't even think so. I guess
no?
It's still the same.
Oh, those villagers are going very, very far for that gold without a mining camp for some reason. What is the point of that, Fredzio? Maybe buy 100 wood. You've got the gold for it. It's a questionable decision there. But Fredzio's kind of all over the map. He's not quite pushing one specific spot, but keeping Stone Please off of going too many places. And I think Stone Please is going to continue to have a problem at the moment. He's got 5 villagers total wood, and it's going to be a struggle for him to go anywhere at 1 wood line.
Yeah,
started with 18 attack and they were cheaper. Thanks, So2. Thought there was something different there. They got nerfed a little bit. They're still very strong. Yeah, they needed to. There you go. So there's those 5 Arambai going in. Going to be able to pick off villagers very nicely. Even Eagle Warriors aren't going to do all their with all of their Pierce armor is still not going to be enough against the Rambai at those numbers. Oh, but here we go. Maybe, depending on how Stone Please moves here, these crossbowmen are going to be cleaning up these. Sees it, he moved away. And so four gonna make it, looks like. Oop, unless he stands and fights. Oh, they're gonna get taken out that way then.
You know, there's a huge problem at the moment for Stone Please. The thing is, his Arambai are being caught by the Eagle Warriors at the same time. And at the same time, the Arambais are really fragile, which is because he does not have a stable. One thing that he forgot is husbandry and also bloodlines, I guess. And that is actually really crucial at the moment. He definitely should go for that. I don't know if he just forgot about it, but this is really important.
Okay. I would like to see Fredzio go for some stone, maybe wall up certain portions of his base so that Arambai aren't able to raid so easily. And maybe he'd be able to focus on his push a lot better here. So we'll see where he goes. Seems like he's just got such a numbers advantage that he continue to walk in, and he ends up losing a lot of military each time he does this, but with such advantage as he has here. But it looks like he's going after that wood line again. Probably going to clean up a lot of villagers in the process. See one go down, see a second here, probably a third and a fourth, and see how much he wants to commit. No, just a third. There was some weird targeting there. But yet again, he's going to lose a lot of milk. They continue to... Oh, this mangonel shot, depending on how it's micro, is going to be extremely good. And Stone Please just doesn't seem to have the attack round micro we'd like to see with that.
Right. So the question now is, how will this evolve? Because now the Arambai number is still going up. Now he starts to reach that critical number where even Eagle Warriors won't be efficient anymore. But he should definitely go for a stable. I'm just waiting for it, but he has no stable at the moment. I wonder why.
Just for bloodlines and husbandry, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Seems like we're kind of at a stalemate. I think those, yeah, but as you say, those Arambai numbers are going up. I think they're going to be at end again. I think, yeah. Okay, so we see kind of buildings here from Fredzio, but he's thinking he's going to go imp. He's thinking getting Arbaleth, maybe elite evil warriors. That's going to be his try to make that his deciding factor here once this monastery goes up.
I think that's a really good decision, because then he will have tech advantage, Arbalest, bracers, and also even stronger Eagle Warriors. That would be the good way to deal with Castle Age Arambai. I think this is the right choice.
Yep, so there's the click to imp. So he just gotta kind of hold his position for 3 minutes, not commit too much with his military so he doesn't lose his numbers, get these upgrades in, and then make a more decisive push. Oh wow, now those crossbowmen, there we go, he found that he's able to range that wood line and keep them off. Red 13 idle vills, 15 idle vills, where are they? We'll find those in a moment. We're gonna see how much damage you can do with this. Alright, so where are all these idle vills at? 15 of them. Wow, that's such a shame. They're currently tied for vills, so having 15 idols is a big deal right now. There we go, now I just retest them, something good. Yeah, so Fredzio, is it time to build a second TC? He's got the food for it. Okay, there you go, now the second TC coming up, those idle villagers. He's had the food to be able to support it, so I would have liked to see a little bit earlier here. I think he needs to lock down maybe a stone, a gold as well, maybe not just wood, because those, his main gold and his secondary gold there's gonna last too much longer, especially going imp, the units he seems to be planning to make. So we'll see. Stone Please still doesn't just quite have that mangonel micro. Might get another shot off here. Nope, not gonna be doing any damage. Down. So he's still holding him back, but still don't like to see how much military numbers Fredzio seems to lose with some of the decisions he makes.
But at the moment he is taking a quite good fight here, actually equalizing here. The Arambai are getting killed one by one.
Yeah, so once
he was able to decrease the number there significantly.
Yep, so the Arambai have to run. I only see one castle, so they won't be replaced too fast. But definitely Stone Please has the eco behind it to always have one queued up. That's gonna be good.
Now there's this momentum again for Fredzio, time advantage. He will now go for Eagle Warriors, plate mail armor, and with that, and with the fact that he has so many barracks up very soon, he will be able to flute just Stone Please's map there. If he does correctly, it'll be fine for him even. He can even go under the TCs for a while, because I don't think that Stone Please will get something like Bot General or braces anytime soon, which will make his Eagle Warriors so strong on the TC fire.
100%. Welcome to the game. Ran by our they're mounted dart throwers. They do a lot of damage. It says darts, but I would think of them more as javelins as far as how much damage they're putting out.
Yeah, damage-wise, correct.
Or they're just darts with pinpoint accuracy to weak points on the body. But they do a lot of damage. They're kind of heavy hitters, but they're extremely inaccurate. But now we see this with these Elite Eagle Warriors, so they're going to clean up a lot of these Rambai, but I think the best thing to do with them is to always spread them out. Because there's no good way to defend against Elite Eagle Warriors all over your base. With how much Pierce armor they have, towers and castles aren't going to bother them too much. It's going to pick off villagers left and right.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see that. Yeah, he's got a lot, has his rally points a lot closer to his base. I'd like to see it closer, maybe even almost at Stone Please's base, so you just kind of send them all over the place. Cause Stone Please to have to just idle pretty much everything. Continue the momentum.
Wheelbarrow just now, by the way.
Ooh, a 48-minute wheelbarrow. No good. Each and every one of those 90 villagers weren't being all that effective.
Yeah.
So while these Eagle Warriors are strong, I know still he's matching them up and he's sending them particular places. Yes, it causes idle time. Yes, it's great to see. But I believe he's got the... Oh no, he's only working on getting the eco behind it right now. So he can just flood them everywhere. But he keeps sending them in groups. Right, instead of like one here, one there, all over the base to just be a menace.
Exactly. He needs to spread them out. In numbers, of course. He is actually...
He's working on it right now, yes.
Yeah. Looks good.
Because we can see how much they can just tank this tower fire. Even as they're moving, the towers completely miss them. There we go. So now, yeah, completely just taking shots from fully garrisoned team. Kind of not caring. If we get a few on each wood line, it's just going to be straight up idle or straight up soldier raiding death from Stone Please. There we go. So Stone Please Fredzio just sold a whole bunch of wood, a whole bunch of stone, so we continue producing. Is this the under 1900 tourney? Yes, it is, Felix. Yeah, it's 1600 to 1900. I believe most of our players were around 18 to 1900. And you're seeing the winner of this match is going on to the final against Patriot. No problem, Felix. Happy to inform you. Okay, so Fredzio both has about a 30 villager advantage as well as about a 15-ish military advantage. So if he just continues to do this, I think we're not going to see too many choices from Stone Please here.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, and there we see the GG. Stone Please now saw the writing on the wall, and Fredzio takes the win and moves on.
Well.
Yep. So, what would you say there? Did you see any? Saw some good gameplay. I could see some different choices, maybe with those towers. Pointed out, his wood eco wasn't great.
Exactly.
And that kind of messed him up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was one of the crucial points in the beginning, especially in Dark Age. In Fuel Age, I can understand if he has a little bit less villagers on wood than expected, because as Burmese, you get this wood bonus that you get those tags for free. Therefore, you're better on wood in the beginning. This will balance out in comparison with the enemy soon, because he will eventually get those wood tags up as well. So I think that, this was a mistake still, and especially all of those decisions then that played alongside with it. I mean, you have little on woods, but you go on knight
Yes.
arms and you go on towers. Well, some mistakes in my opinion in the beginning there, and I don't want to say that this is the only reason why you lost that game, but it played a huge role for the beginning, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, it's the same. Maybe if Stone Please had another tower up or another castle up inside of his base, could have helped get a lead. Where it's kind of just all over the place. There's not too many answers. Oh, we're to have a little bit of chat between the players, right? Trouble. Patriot supposed to be in the final. Here, that window. Sorry, stream. Oh, so we gotta jump into Discord here, see what's going on. No, never mind. That's different. That's different people. Oh, maybe we'll postpone the final until later. A little bit of suspense to it.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
Racer's making the decision right now, so we'll see what happens. Well, I'm glad this is the first iteration with a lot of things to improve. We'll
Exactly.
keep getting better and better.
Yes, sir.
Well, unless you have a different, I was thinking final happening. We end the stream.
Okay.
We will pick it back up if they just final time.
Yeah, if that's how it is at the moment, we should do this for sure. Just I will be streaming at 8 GMT. Is it 8? Yeah, it's 8 GMT. It's Legacy of the Huns. But I just hope if it's today, it will be before that or something like this. I think then you need to do this on your own there, but I'm sure that you will be able to do it. But I just hope, just for the sake of this tournament, it will be today, right?
Right, we gotta finish it. It's supposed to be a weekly thing. The whole point of this is to not drag on in scheduling.
Right. So we will see about it, but yeah, ending the stream makes sense then. You're right.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody, thanks for being here for the first interview. This, I'm Willis35. With us, is Demi's Red, and we're happy to have you both. We're happy to have you all here. Hopefully, check us out on our own channels, and see you all next time.
All right. Bye bye.
Oops.
This game is going on for a while. We'll be